welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you've been fine. So today our question for today is build up unit rate for VRC 1 to 2 to 4 in 150 millimeters thick suspended slab in meter square. So that is our question for today. So today we are going to learn how to build up a unit rate for vibrated reinforced concrete works. The data that we are given: cost of cement per bag is 700 shillings. Cost of sand per lorry is 3,500. Cost of ballast per lorry is 5,000. Cost of hiring a mixer per day is 6,000. Cost of hiring a vibrator per day is 3,500. Profits and overheads allowance we've been given to be 25%. Then we are told assume any other information not given. So in such a question, you first highlight the things that are affected. So here they want us to build up a unit rate for vibrated reinforced concrete for concrete works. So in concrete works, there are things that the elements that we discussed in our previous video. The first element is materials that will be used to come up with that VRC, that vibrated reinforced concrete. Then another thing is the plants, because we've been told it is VRC, vibrated reinforced concrete. The concrete is vibrated, so you must have a plant that you'll use to vibrate the mixture. Then a mixer, there is another plant. Mixer will use for mixing the concrete. So that is why it falls under plants. Then the third item is labor, that will the task force that will do, or the labor force that will do that task that we have. Then the last item is the profit and overheads that I had said that must appear in each and every build-up works. So we are going to begin. Our first material is cement. As we had discussed, cement, the density we are not given, so I chose on to use the density of 1,435. So you say, because the density is kgs per meter cube, so you say in 1 meter cube it will be equivalent to 1,435 kgs. What of 50 kgs will be how many meters cubed? So you calculate that, then you get 0.0348 meter cube. That is for cement. That is for 50 kg bag. Remember, a bag of cement is 50 kgs. Then 50 kgs bag will be 0.0348 meter cube. Then you now say, because of that 50 kg bag, we were told that it costs 700 shillings. You now say that 0.0348 meter cube is equal to 700 shillings. What of 1 meter cube? We need to calculate our rate per meter cube, then we'll later convert it to per meter square that the question has directed us to do. So you equate that. After equating that, if you calculate, you'll get in 1 meter cube, the volume of cement that will be used will be will cost 20,114 and 90 cents. 114 shillings and 90 cents. That is the cost of cement that will work. That will be used in that work. Then the cost of sand. The second element, material element, is sand. The density we are not given, so we decided that we should use 1,500 kgs per meter cube. So you will say 1,500 is equivalent to 1.5 tons, because 1,000 kgs is equal to 1 ton. So 1,500 is equal to 1.5 tons. So 1.5 tons is equal to 1 meter cube. 7 tons, because we've been told the cost of sand we've been given per lorry. So that lorry will be 7 tons. So 7 tons will be how many? You calculate it, then you get 7 tons sorry, will be 4.667 meter cube. Then you'll say 4.667 meter cube is equivalent to this 7 ton. which was the cost was 3,500. Now what of 1 meter cube? You need it in 1 meter cube. Then 1 meter cube will be that times that divided by that will be 749.9 or 749 and 90 cents. But remember, in the question we were told that the ratio of that concrete is ratio 1 to 2 to 4. Ratio 1 represents cement, ratio 2 represents sand, ratio 4 represents ballast. So the cost of cement, of sand you multiply by 1, of sand you then multiply by 2, because sand is 2. In case the ratio was 1 to 3 to 6, you'll multiply cement with 1, sand with 3, and ballast with 6. But for us, ours is 1 to 2 to 4. So you multiply this 749 and 90 cents times 2, which will be 1,499 and 80 cents. Then the third item is ballast. The third material item is ballast. The density of ballast is 1,600 kgs per meter cube. So you say 1.6 tons is equal to 1 meter cube. What of 7 tons? 7 tons will be equivalent to 4.375 meter cube. Then you'll now say that 4.375 meter cube is equal to 5,000. That is the 7-ton ballast. The cost of ballast was 5,000 per lorry. So that 7-ton is equal to 4.375 meter cube, which is 5,000. What of 1 meter cube? 1 meter cube will be 1,142 and 80 cents. Then this you multiply by 4, because our ratio is 1 to 2 to 4. 1 to 2 to 4. So you multiply it by 4 to get the cost of what? Of ballast. Then you, after getting the cost of ballast, remember sand, cement, sand and ballast, the mixture of the 3 items plus water is what concrete is. So you then get the total of the cement, which was 20,114, plus sand plus ballast. The total is this. Then you say 1 to 2 to 4, our ratio is equal to 7 meter cube. Yeah. So you say 7 meter cube, because remember, for cement we multiply by 1, for sand we multiplied by 2, for ballast the cost we multiplied by 4. So the total here is the cost for this ratio, for 1 plus 2 plus 4, which is 7. So you say 7, but we need our cost to be per meter cube or per cubic meter. So you say 7 cubic meter is equal to 26,185 and 90 cents. What of 1 meter cube? You will get 1 meter cube to be 3,740 shillings and 80 cents. Then you add 30% consolidation waste. Concrete is subjected to various wastes. So there is consolidation waste, there is bulk waste in cement. So we add 30% consolidation waste. So 30% of that is of 3,740 is 1,122 and 30 cents. After that, you then allow for 1.5 hours unskilled handling and unloading cement. Remember, the labor that you have on the site are the people who will help you to offload the cement that will be used for the work. So you must also give the allowance for that work which will be done. You should not assume. So that's why I've placed this allowance. Allow for 1.5 hours unskilled handling and unloading cement. This 1.5 hours is a constant. Yeah, 1.5 hours is a constant. Then I've written, because we were not given the the values, the cost for the skilled and the unskilled, I'll then assume that unskilled will be paid 500 shillings, then skilled will be paid 1000 shillings. So you'll say this 500 shillings is a whole day's work, 8 hours, 8 working hours is 500 shillings. But we need the cost for 3/2, which is 1.5 hours. So you say 8 hours is equal to 500. What of 3/2 hours? 3/2 hours will be 93 shillings and 40 cents. Yeah, 93 shillings and 40 cents. So that is the allowance for loading and unloading cement. After the two allowances, you then get the totals, the entire totals for materials, including the allowances, whereby you add the 3,740 and 80 cents plus 1,122 and 30 cents plus 93.30. You'll get 4,956 and 90 cents. So that is the total cost for materials that will do that specific work. Yeah, that then you go to the second item, which is labor. Then in labor here we have some various constants. So these constants you must take care of them, and you must also master them. So one vibrator or mixer, this is the operator of those machines. One vibrator or mixer is 125. Then two loaders is 125. Then 6 transporters is 375. Then 2 spreaders will be 125. 2 skilled will be 250. So let me explain. One vibrator or one, you assume the value of the skilled laborer is this, is the person who will operate the machines that we have. So this 125, these values are in hours. So you take, like for vibrator and mixer, you take the cost for skilled and unskilled. The skilled and unskilled, skilled will do the vibrator. So you take this 1000, divide it by 8 hours working hours, you'll get 125. Sorry. Then for loaders are the people who will load the cement, sand and ballast into the mixer while it is working. There will be 2 loaders. 2 loaders are the unskilled. So you take that 500 for the unskilled, then you divide it by 8, you'll get 62.5. Then that 62.5 you multiply by these 2, because loaders we need 2 of them. That is 125. That is where 125, the value of 125 is coming from. Then 6 transporters. Transporters are the people who will use the wheelbarrow. So the people who will take the concrete, the already mixed concrete, to the point of placement. The 6 will be unskilled. You then take 500, divide by 8 hours, then multiply by 6 of them. So 62.5 by 6, you get 375. Then the spreaders will also be unskilled. Those who will spread the concrete that is already placed, concrete that is poured to be poured in the place of area of placement. The unskilled will do that work. So you have 2 spreaders. 2 spreaders is 125. Then skilled will just be the skilled laborer. So you take 1000 divided by 8 hours, then you multiply by 2 to get 250. Then the constant is this number of workers will do a volume of 2.4 meter cube in 1 hour. These people will do 2.4 meter cube in 1 hour. So you say 2.4 meter cube is equal to 1000. What of 1 meter cube? 1 meter cube will be equivalent to 416.7. So you note that labor, the place of labor, you note it very well. Then we go to plants. Okay, if I may elaborate something small again. In labor, you'll use in each and every equation that entails VRC work or where labor is used. In other factors like for roof, other question like for roof, You'll have various factors we'll discuss when we'll begin doing such kind of questions. So for VRC work, the vibrated reinforced concrete, this is the factor that you use. So for plants, you'll say we had a mixer which is hired at 6,000, a vibrator which is hired at 3,500. Because they are hired, they are not owned by the company, you just get the total of this. Total of 6,000 plus 3,500, you get 9,500. This is per day. Then you get its cost per hour. We'll divide by 8, you get 1,187 and 50 cents. Then you'll say this, because they are per hour, they'll also do a volume of 2.4, that which we use for labor. So you say 2.4 cubic meter is equal to 1,187 and 50 cents. What of 1 meter cube? You'll then get 1 meter cube, the plants will do 494 and 80. That is the cost of plants in 1 hour. Then the last item is profits and overheads. We were given the percentage of profits and overheads in the question. It was 25%. When you want to do profits and overheads, you get the entire totals of the work, the labor, the materials, the plants. Yeah. So you get the totals of those, then you multiply by 25%, which will be 1,467 and 10 cents. Then you get the totals, which will be total of the labor plus totals of materials, labor and plants added to profits and overheads. You'll get 7,335 and 50 cents. So that is the total of that. But we were told that our work, the question specified that our work we should give it in meter squared. And remember, our work we were calculating it in cubic meter, but we need to convert it in meter squared. The question also said that the thickness of the slab was 150 millimeters. Yeah, 150 millimeters. So you simply just take that 150, convert it into meters, which will be 0.15 meter. Then you multiply it by this cost, which is 7,335. That one you'll convert it into per meter square. So that is the value, that 1,130 cents. That is the cost, the rate of doing VRC per meter squared. Thank you so much for watching this video, and may God bless you.